Welcome to the Palace of Auburn Hills. We're in suburban Detroit, the home of the Pistons, where we'll be broadcasting today's game live. The Detroit Pistons come into this one following lost guys to the Bucks. And that was a real body blow for them. They got taken apart both offensively and defensively.
Well, they heaved up a lot of ill-advised three-pointers in that loss. Guys, they were way too trigger-happy from downtown.
Yeah, and that's not the area on the court where you want to be forcing shots from. Heck, you are a great three-point shooter, and you know that, Steve.
Yeah, I mean, it comes and goes, but you can't just rely on that when things aren't going your way.
And the Clippers starting five. Blake Griffin down low and DeAndre Jordan. Paul out there with Miller. And it's Pierce in at the three, the small forward.
You know, it's interesting. Chris Paul possessing great quickness, and yet his natural inclination is not to push the pace. He tends to prefer to operate in the half court, running the pick and roll.
And then Griffin with the dunk.
Fantastic dunk, and he decided to hang around up there for a while, Kevin.
Well, maybe, he didn't want to land awkwardly. I don't know.
Yeah, maybe it was a safety move.
Or maybe he just wanted to give the photographers a better angle for the shot.
Jennings kicks to Drummond. Jackson drives in. Jennings wide open. No good. Good D by Miller. Los Angeles has gone 2 of 2 from three-point range here in the first quarter. Went in there and tried to power it down, but true contact, he'll head to the line.
Well, I liked what I saw from Blake Griffin, showing more assertiveness offensively, especially when Chris Paul was missing time with the separated shoulder. Blake averaged over 24 points a game last year. That was a career high.
Well, that one miss shouldn't be too costly because he was able to make it a two-possession lead at least.
Jackson kicks to Prince. And the pass to Drummond. Trying to get open is Monroe. And Andre Drummond, the bucket on the assist by Prince.
And Griffin showing more and more comfort with his jump shot. Doc Rivers wants him facing up to exploit his ball handling and quickness. And tell you what, when he's making that outside shot, he becomes basically unguardable.
Now here's Jennings. He's coming off a 16-point game against Milwaukee.
Boy, he had it going offensively, just living at the line.
It's Prince on the wing. Shot clock at 6. Here's Jackson, and Jordan sends it back. And the shot clock expires. 24-second violation. And we always talk about getting good looks. Here's who's doing the best of it in the NBA. Look at Griffin, leading the league in field goal percentage. He always gets good looks. And, of course, Jay.
Man, you can't say enough about these two guys shooting the ball this season. And look at their percentage, just off the charts.
And for Griffin last season, over 70%. Apart from the free throw line for the first time in his career.
Love seeing that kind of improvement. It points out how diligently he worked to refine and improve that free throw shooting.
Both free throws good for Miller.
When you take the crown in the Pacific Division, you have to make sure you fare well against the Eastern Conference, and the Clippers did just that last season.
Now here's Jennings. Right now averaging 15 points a game. A trial by Monroe. They recover it. Kicks it to Jackson. Pass to Jennings. He's looking for Monroe and finds him. And the foul called on Blake Griffin. Goes up again, and that one hits back iron.
Well, the Clippers did well against the East, as you said. 21-9 record for them. All those games were short-handed as well.
Flying off the baseline and throwing it down with the fancy flush. I love it.
Double clutch on the reverse. Just ridiculous.
Oh, man, and look at his teammates. I mean, he got a major reaction out of them.
They need a good offensive possession.
Yeah, they've had a number of empty ones, a long time without a basket.
You're right. And here we go. And the dunk by Jordan.
And unfortunately, we've seen a few too many of those. A lack of concentration and alertness, a turnover, and an easy bucket the other way in transition.
And if we see a few more of them, this game could be in danger of getting out of hand quickly.
Cashes in for a double-digit lead.
It has taken them no time to build this lead up on the strength of a great first quarter offensively.
And they need to continue to put pressure on the defense and try to really run away with this one from here.
That's what's impressive to me, Clark, about the Clippers. A lot of teams out west took down the East, but the Clippers never seem to get healthy until late.
Yeah, it seemed like it was the last week of the season or so before they had a roster that was fully healthy.
Stolen by Pierce. Jumps up. Drummond with the block. Jennings against Paul. Outside Jennings. Left side Jennings. Just 5 on the clock. The Pistons need to get off a shot here. And Jackson gets it to go. Here's Paul. He's coming off a 16-point game against the Hornets in Charlotte.
And he was so good defensively, anticipating every pass. He had a ton of steals in that game.
Knocks it loose. Paul with the steal. Miller the pass to Griffin. Second chance effort. Out to Miller. Back to Jordan. And stolen by Prince. Paul against Jennings. Here's Monroe. And so he draws the foul on the shot. A trip to the line to shoot 2.
Greg Monroe, 6'11", 250. The ability to play the 4 or the 5 spot. And his combination of size and skill makes him very coveted around the league.
Here's what Detroit's going with right now. Williams, he's checked in for Drummond. Butler comes in for Sean Prince. And it's Jody Meeks in for Brandon Jennings. And a switch here also for the Clippers. Jamal Crawford, he's checked in for Miller. So it's Detroit now, trailing here by 8. Jackson with it. He's picked up by Paul. Jackson dishes to Williams. Here's Monroe. Shot no good. Excellent D there from Pierce. Clippers have gone 7 of 11 from the field to begin the game. Fades away. Again, Los Angeles. And Monroe, very left-hand dominant, much better scoring from that side of the floor.
Yeah, and while being a lefty does throw defenders off, I think developing his right hand is something that will help him even get better as he moves forward.
That is good.
Such a difficult shot to defend, that turnaround.
Los Angeles leading by 8. And Griffin, here we go. Detroit with the rebound. Monroe's got 4 rebounds now tonight. Meeks, good.
Nice pass. That one was right on target.
Clippers have gotten 8 of their 13 shots to find the bottom of the bucket. Paul kicks to Crawford. Fires it up. Can't get it to go. And it's Detroit the other way.
What a start they've gotten off to on the glass. I mean, they've come out banging.
And when a game starts off like this, there's an intimidation factor that comes into play.
One of the problems for the Pistons last year was they seemed to collapse late in games. They just found a lot of opportunities that went awry due to poor performance in the fourth quarter.
Anthony Tolliver. He's checked in for the Pistons. Aldrell Pope comes in for Jackson. They'd love to get more of those, the easiest 2 points possible. And on a fierce finish.
Yeah, and that's exactly how they're going to cut into the lead, Kevin.
Yeah, that's why they've got to tighten up their D. And I'd be surprised if the defense allows any more free runs to the hoop like that.
Catching up on the changes for the Clippers. Johnson comes in for Blake Griffin. And Lance Stevenson subbed in for Paul Pierce. Butler goes in. And it's the Clippers with the rebound. They defeated Charlotte in their last game.
Seemed like they hit every big shot they had in that game. Kevin, their offense was clicking, but really clutch in big moments.
That's ideally the way you want it to unfold on the road, Steve. Don't even give the fans a chance to get into the game.
And the Pistons with possession here. Following the 3 from Chris Paul. Got that one on the move.
Not enough defense there to throw him off his shot. Sometimes it takes more than one defender on him down low.
And it's good. Fought through contact, hits the shot. He'll go to the free throw line.
Beautiful job angling his body, shielding the big man from the ball on his way to the basket.
That's really the only way to do it if you're going to take it down there amongst the tall trees.
Let's talk about the Pistons letting games go late. They were one of the worst teams in the fourth quarter in both defense and scoring.
They Thinking again about Detroit Clark, it would have been fatigue or just careless basketball that did him in late, but they really did just run out of steam, it seemed like, every game.
Well, it shows that you can play well for 3 quarters, even great at times for 3 quarters, 36, 38, 40 minutes, but you and I always talk about it. It's a 48-minute game, and you got to run through the finish line, not to it.
Steps back and fires, and the bank shot is good. Paul's got 8.
Well, another open jump shot there. Their defense not putting up much of a fight.
Meeks passes to Butler. Off target with his 3. Jordan. Shot is off.
Tune in next Sunday, November 30th. Tim Duncan and the San Antonio Spurs.
Welcome back, everyone. A lopsided first quarter in the books already as we start the second quarter. And some stats here, guys. The scoring breakdown for the Clippers.
Now, they didn't waste any time getting into a groove out there. They're dialed in from long range.
Also, what passing we've seen from them here early. I mean, there could be a big number in the assist column if this keeps up.
And a moment now to reset the lineups, courtesy of Gatorade, all fueled up for the second quarter of basketball. Taking a look at Los Angeles. Paul out there with Miller. That's Lance Stevenson. That's Johnson. And it's Davis in at the 5. A shot by Paul, no good.
Boy, we don't see that too often. No defender on him, and he just clanks the open jumper.
Jennings kicks to Drummond. Passes it to Caldwell Pope. Dishes to Tolliver. 6 to shoot. There's the pick. There's Jennings with the 3. They get it back. The basket drops, and he gets fouled on the shot. 1 free throw coming his way.
And they're beginning to fall apart a little bit defensively, especially inside.
Well, that's 4 straight buckets now at the rim.
Here's what Detroit's going with right now. Monroe comes in for Anthony Towers, and it's Jackson in for Caldwell Pope. Josh Smith, he's checked in for Los Angeles. The drive by Jennings. It's Prince on the wing. He's guarded by Stevenson. Here's Jackson. No good on the shot, a bit long that time.
Josh Smith does an awful lot of good things on the floor. As a matter of fact, he's one of the really high-quality stat sheet stuffers in the NBA. But one of the things he doesn't do quite well is shoot 3-pointers. And yet he continues to insist that that be a big part of his game.
And it's Miller penetrating. Paul outside. Back to Miller. And it goes as the official calls the foul. Count it. He'll shoot 1 more at the free throw line.
Boy, they look helpless defensively.
For the Clippers, Griffin comes in for Glenn Davis. And Pierce subbed in for Lance Stevenson. The Clippers shooting their 6th attempt at the charity stripe in the game.
The Clippers had really good depth at the guard position, but last season their lack of depth along the front line was a real problem. One they hope has been solved this season.
Let's go down to the sideline and catch up with Doris Burke. Hey, Doris.
Well, this offseason, the Pistons bringing in Stan Van Gundy in a dual role as head coach and president of basketball operations. Stan said in a lot of places there's not a connection between the front office and coaching. This setup creates a very unified organization. There are no excuses now. It's on us to get it done. We'll see if they can, gentlemen.
Well, thanks, Doris. Van Gundy builds his roster, then coaches it. We've seen that model succeed with the Spurs and the Clippers. And looking at the Clippers bench, maybe the strongest in the NBA 2 seasons ago.
Well, the Bledsoe trade weakened their bench, but it strengthened their starting lineup. But a winning team in Los Angeles, with a players coach like Doc Rivers, I mean, you knew they'd be able to find some help.
Took advantage of some shoddy defense there. They've got to at least get a finger on him.
Paul against Jennings. And another 3 for the Clippers.
He shot the ball exceptionally well as they've built this lead for themselves here.
They really want to find that igniter here.
Yeah, that's right. Kevin, the offense has basically been running in place.
They got to get going. He used that pick to perfection. Jennings has got 4 points now in the quarter.
You know, he was smart to draw his man out to the perimeter. He's giving up too much size to be effective inside.
Agreed. As long as he picks his spots, his outside shot will be hard to block, no matter who's on it.
And that one's good. 7 points for Blake Griffin.
Oh, this is getting ridiculous. They can't possibly keep this run going much longer.
I tell you what, Steve, it's a